Wrestling has a complicated relationship with the suspension of disbelief. Prior to the 1980s, wrestlers protected kayfabe with their lives, and more often with their fists. Nowadays, with Total Divas breaking ground, a million news sites, podcasts, us, the veil is so thrown back that it's taken most of the bride's scalp with it. But still, the audience finds a way to lose itself in the stories that wrestlers tell us each and every week, which is a miracle, really, because there are some things about wrestling that make zero sense that your brain has no choice but to suppress if you're going to have a good time. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and here are 10 crazy facts you have to accept to enjoy wrestling. Number 10, referees are made of glass. This is an appeal. Every day there are people walking amongst us who can barely stand, for whom even the slightest breeze causes them unimaginable pain. These poor soft souls live their lives in constant fear, knowing that the slightest physical contact can render them unconscious for several minutes, hours, or even years at a time. Men like little Michael here, or little Charles, they need your help. Donating just £2 a month can provide these men with the pillows they need to cover their entire bodies just to live a normal life. Please donate. These men really are bafflingly, stupidly fragile. Number 9, celebrities are unstoppable. Hey, you know what's great? Being famous, walking around and having people say, "Hey you, I know you, here's a tenner just because I know you." Also, apparently, being famous makes you totally athletic and impervious to all physical damage. I mean, after all, how else could a professionally trained athlete with hundreds of wrestling matches under his belt, like say Chavo Guerrero Jr., be clotheslined, speared, and generally physically dominated by Snoop Dogg, a man who resembles a stick figure made of lip joints? Not only did Snoopy beat up Chavo, a member of one of the most respected wrestling families in Mexico and the world, but he also laid hands on Curtis Axel and Santino Marella, for f***'s sake. But that's the thing about wrestling you just have to accept. Hugh Jackman beat up Sandow, Flo Rida shoved down Heath Slater, Mickey Rourke laid out Chris Jericho, even goddamn Snooki pinned a 4 times Divas champion in Michelle McCool. Being famous makes you great at everything, which I can personally confirm. Number 8, everyone has incredibly short memories. One of the cool things about wrestling is that it never ends. Actually, that doesn't sound very cool when you say it like that. But the fact that Vince's company is one long narrative storyline from the Golden Age, through the cartoon era, through the Attitude Era, through the Ruthless Aggression and beyond, creates incredibly complicated characters with mad, wonderful backstories. In order to make all the betrayals and plot twists make sense, though, everyone has to have super short memories. For example, Rikishi. Here he is at Unforgiven 2002, dressed as a grandma and rubbing his bum in Eric Bischoff's face. What a load of lols. And here he is 2 years earlier confessing to attempted vehicular homicide. What? No, just forget it. Bury that memory, because look, he's rubbing his bum in people's faces. Ha 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 ha. He tried to kill a man. Ha 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 ha. See also characters like Brie Bella, who forgot after only 3 months that her sister once told her that she wished she died in the womb. Sorry, hang on. Wish she died in the womb! Number 7, Vince owns every arena in the world. How does Vince McMahon have an office in every arena in the country? Why does he have the ability to tell the arena staff who they should be kicking out of their building? Does the coach of a visiting football team get to order a team of security guards to remove the home team's quarterback from the pitch? Nope. The only possible explanation is that Vince McMahon somehow owns every sports arena in America. Makes sense, after all he has enough money to afford this hat, and that's priceless. Number 6, outside invaders have entrance music and merchandise. Everyone loves entrance music. It's a source of some of the biggest pops in the history of wrestling. When Stone Cold's glass breaks, the fans come unglued. Except, when you really think about it, sometimes entrance music doesn't make any sense. Like, look at The Shield. When they debuted, they were an invading force, unwanted in the WWE. That's why they had to come in through the crowd. Still, it was awfully generous of Jim Johnston to create a theme song for them, and for the production staff to play the track for The Shield whenever they wanted to screw with WWE's regularly scheduled programming. That was kind. See also the very nice designers who knocked up those t-shirts for the Nexus because, you know, those scamps who were trying to destroy the WWE at the time. Number 5, wrestlers are very easily distracted. Wrestlers have watched wrestling, right? They know how some heels try to use distractions to gain an advantage, yes? Because most WWE superstars seem to have the attention span of a cat chasing a laser dot on a carpet. Take AJ Styles, for example. He's got Kevin Owens in the calf crusher on Raw. Chris Jericho jumps on the apron to yell something, presumably about mortgages or being home by 9, the typical dad stuff. AJ releases the hold and rushes Chris. Why? Why not just keep the hold locked in and just, look at Chris Jericho. If he lunges at you, then you've got a DQ win. And apart from that, a globally accomplished wrestler like AJ releasing a hold just because a rival is nearby makes him look totally stupid. See also Natalya breaking the sharpshooter whenever she can smell Ric Flair nearby. Number 4, cameramen are everywhere and invisible. People don't give the men who work behind the camera anywhere near enough respect. Do they, Sam? You know what? You've been working too long. Maybe you should take the afternoon. Ha ha! Back to work, dickhead! So there are cameramen everywhere in WWE, which sort of makes sense, backstage interviews and all that, but what's really weird is when the superstars forget that the cameramen aren't there. For example, this playful scene at Judgment Day 2005 where Kurt Angle attacks Booker T's wife, pins her to the sofa and tells her he's going to sexually assault her later. Isn't WWE great? And this all happened in front of a cameraman who made sure he caught the whole thing. That must be really uncomfortable for him. Cameramen are there to film, for no rational reason whatsoever, intimate moments between wrestlers going on dates to restaurants, intimate moments between Vince and all of his female employees, and a cameraman even got inside Zack Ryder's head when he would have fantasies about Rosa Mendez. They get everywhere. Number 3, wrestlers can't climb ladders. Now, I have the lower body strength of a cloud, but even I know how to climb a ladder when I'm retrieving your mum's bra from my chandelier in the morning. Now, I know that superstars can get out of puff quite quickly in the WWE, but it still doesn't quite make sense that after only 10 minutes of physical exertion, superstars start climbing ladders like dehydrated men crawling through the desert, like they're afraid of heights or got huge lead weights tied to their balls, or they've suddenly developed a crippling allergy to metal rungs. Dolph Ziggler especially seems to lose all the bones in his legs about halfway through a ladder match. Just looks really weird. Number 2, there's no such thing as attempted murder. Remember Rikishi? Remember how he tried to murder another human being and how he did 0 time for that absolute crime? Well, it turns out attempted murder isn't that much of a thing in the WWE universe. See also when Seth Rollins curb stomped Dean Ambrose through cinder blocks, or when Carlito's bodyguard stabbed John Cena, or when Kane set a casket with The Undertaker in it on fire, or every Buried Alive match, or when Taker drowned Paul Bearer in cement. Yeah, so no one gets in trouble for that, but scratch JBL's limo and you get a full police escort out of the building. Why not? Number 1, everything about The Undertaker. The Undertaker, or Deadwood Cullen, or Mr. Night Fright, or Long-Haired Mitchell, or Captain Boo and the Spooky Crew has the following powers: regeneration, mirror magic, teleportation, lightning, it's super effective, druid mind control, the power of owning a smoke machine, the power to make blood fall from the ceiling, and best of all, the ability to possess Josh Matthews. No seriously, he possessed Josh Matthews once to spook Randy Orton. The Undertaker is the last remnant of a bygone era of gimmicks, and because we all love and respect him, we just have to accept that he puts the dumb into dumb. And that's our list. Did we miss any out? Tell us about it in the comments, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter here. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and I'll see you soon. WhatCulture.com are releasing a new magazine about wrestling, and it's called Wrestling. It'll have 140 pages of timeless wrestling content, including a brand new How WWE Should Have Booked written by this virulent son of a bitch. It will also have a list of the 100 best wrestling matches of all time compiled by WhatCulture staff and wrestling insiders. So the magazine is available to pre-order now. Follow the link in the description and enjoy WhatCulture.com's Wrestling.